So 30 years old, how long have you kind of like been into music? Were you like born with a microphone in your
Oh
hand?
yeah, always. So when I was, apparently I was singing before I was talking to people, or humming as a kid, as a
Really?
baby. Yeah, I would hum all the time, I guess.
Hmm.
And then also when I was 4 or 5, I would dress up in a sheet, and then I would make my older siblings or aunts or someone make me a paper torch. And then I would be Lady Liberty. And then I'd walk out into my grandma's kitchen so I could sing the national anthem for everyone.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So
So
that was fun.
were you inspired by somebody else in your life, or you just were born a performer?
I honestly do think I was kind of born a performer because I'm really the only one in my family to do music or
Is
to
that right?
perform.
Hmm.
Yeah, but then when I was 10, I didn't know I actually wanted to perform for people. Um, I always wanted to sing. I didn't know I wanted to perform for people until I was 10 years old, and I went to um, my then vocal coach. I went to one of her shows, and that's Colleen Ray. I don't know if you know Jennifer Grimm's a pretty big name around here, so that's her mother. Okay. Um, she was she played it was called the Girl Singers of the Hit Parade, and I went with my mom, my Aunt Bonnie, my grandma Kathy, and then there's just me, a 10-year-old girl surrounded by like 50s and up. And I was the only kid in the audience, and I was just awestruck by these pretty ladies in ball gowns, singing songs by Patsy Cline, Connie Francis.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
even you said 10 years old is still pretty young, and to kind of like
Yeah, I guess it
just
is.
kind of make that choice
Right,
and
yeah.
kind of settle into something. So
Yeah, I guess I can't really think of anything else I would have wanted to do. Well, I did want to actually go into wildlife ecology at one point, but my life took a turn, and I just decided I've always wanted to do music, so I'm going to do music.
cool.
Mhm.
Well, tell me about the turn. Can we dig into that a little bit? Like what was
Yeah.
going on there? And
So I was actually gonna go to college up in Ely, Minnesota once upon a time. And I ended up not going because I was with a boy.
mhm,
And so I don't know, I decided to stay down with him because I thought I was in love and
mhm,
he didn't want me to move away. And it
mhm.
was just, I'm glad it hadn't ended up the way it did. But I don't know. If I had the chance to go and do it, I probably would just because I like to learn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm learning every day. Um, I actually went to Ely a couple years ago for my birthday trip. I take a birthday trip every year. And I kind of went up there and thought about what could have been, but
Hmm.
I don't live in the past. I always look towards the future. So
Sure.
yeah. But it was kind of fun to think this is where it could have been for, a couple years of my life.
Ely is not a large city.
No, it's small. I'm not a city person.
No.
I'm so terrified of big towns, big cities, driving in them. I'm actually a very introverted person. I'm an extroverted introvert.
Hmm.
So I don't like crowds.
Hmm.
I don't, which is kind of hard. It's counterintuitive when you're trying to do a music thing.
It's funny because you're saying that, and I would say out of, gosh, we must be going on like 40 episodes now. I'd say out of 40 episodes, there's probably 38 of them are exactly the same as you.
Yeah.
It's funny how many of us musicians, like, we find an outlet on the stage
Yes.
and we just let it all go. But once we're off the stage, I don't want you to talk to me
No.
anymore. I really don't want to have
right. Yep, I want to go hide backstage.
unless it's going to be on a podcast and it's fun.
Right.
Then we're jamming
Right.
or having a good time.
Right. No,
But
this is one-on-one. I'm good in this. I'm good in this.
yeah, but don't want to go out in the crowd and like hang out and talk to everybody.
Yeah.
And,
No, it's kind of hard, but yeah, I think it's great. I think that this is why a lot of musicians or artists or creative people are that way, is just because you do need that outlet, and that is your outlet. And when you're done, you just need to go back and find home.
yeah.
So Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, think about the concept of fame, right? I mean,
Mhm.
I think maybe at one point in time, all of us that are musicians at one point fantasized about how big we could get or who we could be like, or
Yeah.
but imagine how difficult it actually is, because I would imagine that a lot of those really big musicians are probably also introverted
Yeah.
extroverts. You know what I
Oh,
mean? That they really
absolutely.
don't want to not be able to go to the grocery store. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just buy cucumbers because that's what they want to do without getting mauled by 20 people
Right.
or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
It's gotta be pretty challenging.
I think that's
So,
why I know a lot of people that get famous actually end up getting therapists or going to therapy for being famous, and
mm,
I think that's probably why.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's gotta be a lot to deal with, a lot to
Yeah.
carry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I've had the conversation before too. I mean, I'm kind of a metal fan,
Yeah.
you know, and Metallica's, you know, kind of thrash metal band that's one of the most famous ones in the world. But can you imagine how difficult it is to have 4 or 5 people in this
Mhm.
marriage for 40 years,
No.
you know what I mean? And still be doing it and still be out there. There's got to be so much, you know. I'm married to one person, my
Mm.
wife, you know what I mean? And we've grown a lot in 20 years together, and
Yeah.
we've changed, and it's challenging at times, right? But
Yeah.
imagine doing that and having 4 other people you have to deal with at the same time,
I know.
you
I
know.
could not imagine. I'm trying right now to actually find a band.
Is that right?
I've been trying for like 2 years now, and I just can't find people that click fully, or I find someone that's great and they're in 5 other bands.
Uh-huh.
And so that's something I've really struggled with. So I would love to be able to fantasize about that, but right now I'm having a really hard time. But eventually, yeah.
So do you not want band members to be in 5 other bands? Does that concern you, or is it just because you want to play a lot and you just
Oh,
the
I do wanna
frequency
play
would
a
be
lot. The
challenging?
frequency would be very challenging. That's what I'm running into. So, like, I play the summer last year, I was playing 4 or 5 shows a week.
A week? Holy cow.
Yeah, like, between private parties, bar gigs, yeah, I'm playing a lot. This month, next month, I have shows every weekend, so, like, 2 shows every weekend. I'm playing 2 shows Saturday.
Wow.
So I
Whereabouts? Let's drop it here. Oh,
so
you know what?
yep.
Never mind, because this episode probably won't be out in time, but
No
you could
worries,
share
no
it
worries.
anyways. I want to know. I'm curious.
I play all over pretty much western Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota. Get my directions right.
Mhm.
I played Ziggy's in Stillwater quite a bit, River Siren in Stillwater. Sometimes I go down to Rochester and like La Crosse, Wisconsin. I play up in Chautauqua in Wisconsin. That is a very fun lake town. Very fun place to play in the summertime.
Hmm.
So, and there's everywhere has music in
Yeah.
Chautauqua in the summer. So, any musicians out there listening, try to get up there. But yeah,
So without the band, like what's a performance for you like now? Is it you and a guitar?
yep, me and a guitar. Sometimes I use backing tracks for like some of my originals, just because I like to add a little bit
Yeah, the
more.
fullness.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
fullness. And then also, I have been very scared, but I would love to incorporate my keyboard. I just have to get past that first gig
Hmm.
where I play my keys, and then I'll be fine.
So do you play a lot of keys at home when you're
Yeah, like
composing?
at home, yeah, in my little closet studio, I've got my little keyboard on the
It's
table
funny.
next to me.
It's
I'm not
funny how
like a
it's funny how you're an introvert and you call it a closet studio, because I just imagine like literally you with the closet door closed, like don't talk to me, don't touch me.
Yeah, I
I'm
really
making
am.
music.
When I'm working, do not talk to me.
Is that right?
I am a bear. Yeah. The only thing I want to so I do have a boyfriend and we live with each other. He knows just if he's coming into my space, he needs to knock on the door or like wait till I'm quiet because I might be recording something.
Right.
Then he'll knock on the door. And I only want to hear 2 questions. Do you want food or something to drink? Like, because I'm in the zone. Just leave me alone.
Yeah, I think you guys need to work out like, you know, in prison where they have the little door that opens, you can
That
just
would be
slide the food
amazing.
in,
Oh,
and
that
yeah,
would be amazing.
as it's
Yeah.
hot and warm, don't even need
Yeah,
to talk to
yeah.
anybody.
He takes care of me. Yeah, he makes sure I've got food and water. So that's really nice.
That's good. Keeps you
Yeah,
hydrated,
yeah, right.
keeps you supported. I
Hmm.
like it.
Yeah, but that's a good idea. I'm gonna have to do that.
Well,
That would be ideal.
I'm full of ideas.
Yeah.
Cool. So, 10-year-old you
Mhm.
decided, watching this large group of performers, that's what you wanted to do. So kind of start there and just kind of take me forward. Like, what was your journey like?
Yeah. So first started, like I said, in my grandma's kitchen. And then in school, my family, we had no money. We were very poor. So I wanted to learn how to play an instrument when I was in school. But we could not afford it.
Mm.
So the only instrument I did have was my voice. So I was always in choir. And then from choir in like, I don't know, however old a 10-year-old is, fourth, fifth grade. From
Maybe,
singing in
yeah.
school, music classes anyways. I went to the show and I saw the girl singers at the hit parade. And then my Aunt Bonnie was friends with the main singer, Colleen Ray. And so they set me up with voice lessons, and I did voice lessons for a little while. But again, no money in my family. It got too expensive. So then we quit for probably a year. And then one Christmas when I was like 12 or 13, I got a little certificate in my stocking that said I could start voice lessons again because my grandparents had paid for me to do voice lessons because my mom couldn't pay for it. And then, so voice lessons, I ended up dating a guy in high school, and his family they were big into music. We went to an open mic in Lakeland, Minnesota. It's called the Beach Bar. And so I would go there with them. I was like 14, 15 years old. Probably shouldn't have been in the bar, but no one said anything. And so we'd go there and play music. I'd sing. I didn't know how to play an instrument at that point. And my boyfriend then at the time, he was a bass player. And so he would play bass. And I would have to sing songs that other people knew that I knew. And so I didn't like that because I wanted to sing the songs that I wanted to sing. And I saw another lady get up there, which there was one or two women that went there. It was Trandy Blue and Sarah Van Valkenburg. And Sarah Van Valkenburg was the first one I saw. She's a musician in the area here. And
She's still performing, still out there?
she is a little bit, yeah. She was a music teacher. I don't know if she's retired.
Mm.
She was a bit older than we were. But I saw her play guitar and sing, and I was like, I asked her when she got off, I was like, how hard is it to do that? And she's like, it's not hard at all. And she said, if you think you want to do it, then you should. And so I got a guitar and I taught myself how to play from the YouTube Academy.
Right?
The Academy of YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
And started playing. And then for, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years, I didn't actually go play a show or anything. I just was playing at home and doing what I could. I'd sometimes go out to open mics and stuff and jam a little bit. But then one day I decided I just wanted to play shows myself. Excuse me, I'm missing a whole spot. I played in a cover band. I was a singer in a cover band.
Okay. What was the name of the
called
cover band?
Flashpoint, and that was out of
Flashpoint.
Woodville, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And
They still around?
they're not around anymore. No.
Okay.
I hope that they'll start again sometime soon. But I know that the guitar player, Josh Gerhardt, he had hurt himself. He fell off some rafting doing some work at his house, and he was the lead guitar player. And
Oh, yeah.
so I don't know how he's doing with that. I haven't talked to him for a while, but no, I played in the cover band for a while. And then
So how long? Like what age were you when you started, and how long were you in it?
cover band, I was probably 23 or 24 when I got in the cover band. And then I was in it for maybe 4 years. Oh, so I was probably 23. 4 years. So 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I think I started playing. I did my first solo show, though. I decided, like, hey, I can do this. Like, I'm doing this with the band. I can I've got my guitar. I see other people doing this solo.
Mhm.
So I just needed a speaker. So I got a speaker system for Christmas. And it was not a very good one, but at least not compared to what I have now, now
Mm.
that I know a little bit more about
Sure.
equipment. But it made do. And so I told the guys after a year of trying to do solo shows and doing the band shows, I kind of said I just want to try to do this by myself. I just want to go solo. And they were very supportive. They kind of knew it was going to happen. And so it was, like I said, I think 3 or 4 years into the band. And then I did 1 year where I was doing band and solo shows. And it got to be too much and I wanted to play more.
Mm.
So that was really what it came down to. Not that I didn't love playing and performing with those guys, but I wanted to play more than they wanted to. So
what do you write about? What are your songs
Um,
about?
a lot of them are very, I guess, introspective things that I feel inside myself. So, like my latest release called "Sweet Lover" is definitely born. How PG can I go with it, or
Oh,
how R rated?
we're all
Great.
adults here.
Thank
Yeah.
goodness. Okay.
Yeah, we were
So-
laying down some F-bombs in the last episode.
Wonderful.
So you're at a safe place.
Wonderful. Okay, so "Sweet Lover" is my latest release. And I wrote that because I was at a point in my life where this is going to be weird coming from a woman or from a girl, I guess. I was so sexually frustrated. And so it's not about, the song's not about love, it's about lust. It was about me wanting to just go out and take whatever I wanted. And so that's what I write about, just emotions that sometimes people are afraid to say that they have. We all have emotions like that.
Sure.
We all feel like that. And if you say that you don't, you're lying or you're a saint. But so that's what that song's about. And then I just released a song in January called "Death to the Nation." And it's not political. It's a personal song. So what is your nation? Was kind of the question I was going off of. And your nation is you. It's your mind. It's your ego. So one of the lines in my song is, "Death to your ego, say goodbye." So it's really about ego death. And a lot of the things I write about is, not really living up to society standards, I guess you could say. So just a lot of internal turmoil on my end. All the emotions that I feel I cannot really express personally, I write about them.
So one of the artists that I used to love when I was growing up, Fiona Apple, very disturbed in her music.
Yes,
right?
I love it.
In the first several albums. And then she found success. And her music got a little bit more campy, I would say, and less deep.
Right.
Do you see that ever? Like what happened if you made it to some larger stage and
I think
had a couple million, just on the side,
that would be wonderful.
right?
I would
good
never
problem to have, but
that'd be a wonderful problem. I feel like for me personally, I feel like I don't want to say I've suffered, but I've been through quite a bit in my 30 years. And so if I were to finally have something like that, I think that the songwriting would definitely change, but I wouldn't forget, I guess, where it came from. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of artists like that who find success, what really happens is that they get with the record company, they get with the team, and the team kind of starts to dictate what is good and what they should write about. And they do inevitably put themselves in a box. So you sign that deal, but what are you giving away? Because I've seen some artists like Halsey, she just come out and she was in an interview like a couple months ago, And she said, I can't release another album because my record label won't let me, because the album I just released didn't perform as well as I thought that it would. And it's like, well, yeah, it's because you signed your name on their contract. So
Crazy.
I don't, maybe I'm giving Fiona Apple the benefit of the doubt, but I do feel like, especially with artists, when you start out and you're alone or you're just working with a couple people, there's less influence and it's more coming. It's just whatever's coming out through the ether is filtering just through you. And then when you do kind of get bigger, there's a lot more roles that are filled that you were once doing. And there's a lot more rules and politics to follow.
A lot more decision makers and the more chefs in the kitchen. Huh?
Yes. That's just how I feel, though.
No, that's exactly what I was hoping for. Just your perspective on it.
Yeah.
And to give Fiona Apple some great credit, she actually has some newer stuff out now, which is fantastic.
Oh, okay. That's
I've got a
awesome.
15-year-old who started playing Fiona Apple in the car. And I was like, dude, is this Fiona Apple? Like,
And there was a new song and you'd never heard it?
I had never heard it before.
That's awesome. I didn't know she was releasing new
There's some
stuff.
new material out there. It's pretty good.
That's
Tori
awesome.
Amos just came out with a new album.
Yes, I love Tori Amos. Oh my gosh. You're saying like some big artists that I just love.
Is that right?
Yeah. Fiona Apple's great. Tori Amos, I love her song, Take to the Sky. That's a song that I would love to cover. We'll see.
Nice.
We'll see. Yeah.
Cool. So do you do covers anymore, or is it pretty much you're performing your own stuff?
Nope, I'm still doing covers. Sometimes when I book shows, if the venue specifically asks for it to be a cover show, I'm going to make it a cover show.
Okay.
I might sneak in an original if I can. But for the most part, my set list is mixed with covers and originals. Generally, I do a pretty good mix of them. It's like 50-50 now. If I'm doing a show in the cities, like in Minneapolis or something, it's generally an all original show. So I just played a really cool show at the Green Room on Tuesday last week.
That's a nice spot to play.
Yeah, it was a really cool venue. And I played that with a full band. And that was great. We played 8 of my original songs. Half of them are out, half of them aren't. So that was really fun. And then Thursday I was at the Midway Saloon with the North Star Original Review.
AJ again.
AJ, yep. AJ Stoner.
Our buddy AJ.
And so I played there on Thursday. And then, so those are 2 original shows last week. And then, gosh, where did I play Friday? I played somewhere Friday and Saturday, but I honestly can't remember where.
And
they were both
understandable
they were
when you're doing
mixes.
that many shows. It'd
Yeah.
be like, where exactly was I?
Well, and I am still working full time too. So,
Okay.
but I will be quitting. I put in my notice.
Is that right?
I give them quite a
And you're
lot of
going
leeway.
full in to music?
I'm going full in. Yes.
I love it.
Yep. So
Congratulations.
we're gonna see how it goes. Thank you.
Congratulations. A lot of
Yeah.
people wish to take that plunge, and a lot of people don't for one reason or another.
Yep.
But yeah,
I'm
to be able
kind
to have
of
that opportunity to get out there and play as much as you're playing, and
Exactly.
that's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very lucky, I guess, that everything's kind of fallen into place right now. Like I don't have kids or anything to take care of. It's just me and my dogs. So yeah.
And a boyfriend who feeds you and waters
And a
you.
boyfriend who feeds me and waters me. Yeah. Yeah. I do it. I give him food and water too, so it's okay.
It goes both directions.
Yeah.
Just when you're recording, it only goes one
He
way.
fixes my car, and I feed him more than he feeds me, so it makes sense.
So he's still worth keeping around.
Yeah, he's worth keeping around.
All right.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
Not time to trade him in for a new model yet.
Too funny. All right. Give me a funny or weird or strange story out in the wild when you've been playing.
Oh gosh. I can't think of anything too crazy.
Even inspirational. You walked in and didn't realize it was this, and it just,
Right. I guess a funny thing. This is like the lamest thing. You're gonna think it's the lamest thing. It's a tip. I got a tip once, and it wasn't like a cash tip or anything. It was a little piece of paper that said, "Don't go ice fishing in June." And so I guess that's my funny story. I have a terrible funny story there. But
that is pretty funny though. It stood out to you, and that's
right.
That's for all of our listeners. Don't go ice fishing
No,
in June.
it's terrible. Your shack sinks. You can't get past the shallows. So that was my funny story, which I'm sure I have more funny stories. I just can't think of them right now. It's gonna come to me later. And then your other question was, sorry.
No, that was the
Oh,
question. It
perfect.
was
Thank
just, yeah,
goodness. Gosh.
it was either funny, inspirational.
Now I'm getting
I just gave you
nervous.
some options.
Now I'm
That's
getting nervous. Yeah.
all. Why are you nervous?
Oh,
What are you nervous about?
thinking on the spot.
Okay. Well,
I
I
have
do
the
like to
worst
throw some
memory.
curveballs. So
I have the
there was
worst
one.
memory. So.
Is that right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I can remember everything, remember the actor's name, remember the show I watched, remember the title until you ask me about it. I'm like, I
Yep.
have no idea.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
It was there and now it's not.
Off in the ether.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what's next? I mean, obviously, it sounds like you're putting your notice and you're going to be out here doing more music. So,
yeah.
where are you going?
Hopefully all over. Still kind of regionally right now. So Minnesota, Wisconsin. I'm hoping to maybe get some spots in Iowa and Illinois later on this year. But we'll see. Where I'm going for right now is that I'm just doing a waterfall release schedule. So I'm releasing a new song every month, and I'm trying to do a music video for them every month too. So
Wow.
my first release of this year, January, was Death to the Nation, and I made a music video for that with my little sister, and my budget was $40. And I don't think we did terrible. She's 14, so she's my videographer. I bought a $40 spotlight, and we did it in my other sister's pole barn. And so we made it work. I think it's great. It's on YouTube. My next release, Sweet Lover, just came out Friday, the 27th, so just a couple of days ago. I'm doing a music video for that this Friday. The budget for that one's a little bit bigger. I have dancers coming in, and we're doing it in a studio.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah. So I guess that's where I'm at right now. I enjoy making content. But I really just want to make music. But unfortunately, with the day and age that we're in right now, you do kind of have to be a content farm, I like to call it. So that's kind of where I'm at, where I'm relinquishing my day-to-day job so that I can be at home and I can just make more content, write more music, and put as much of it out there as I can. Every time I'm practicing, every time I'm writing a song, if I think something looks cool, I'm going to always just have my phone there and record it and then put it out for the people to see.
Nice.
I'm not going to always look great. I mean, if you see some of my stuff right now, I'm in like pajamas, my hair's not brushed, or it was after a 1 a.m. show where I got home at 1 a.m. and I always wake up at like 7 every morning.
Really? You're
It
one of those
doesn't,
that can't sleep
it
past a
doesn't
certain
matter.
point?
Yeah. So
my wife's the same way. No matter how late we're out, she's up at 6 a.m.
yeah, it's rough. But no, I'm just gonna put out into the world just kind of the most raw form of me that I can give people, and just hope that they like it. Yeah. So big release schedule for 2026, and I'm hoping that my music that my producer and I, Daryl Bulacek, I'm hoping that what we've been working on for 2.5 years, that it's going to come out this year. That's going to open some doors for next year.
Nice.
I know that when you're building something, especially something as real as this, success doesn't come instantaneously. It's a momentum thing. You're building up to it. So yeah, I'm hoping that I'm gonna have some big opportunities this year, but really I'm just building for next year.
Oh, it's fascinating. It's great to see you out there doing it, and I'm inspired. I'm encouraged. I want to see you.
Thank you.
I want to see you win for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying.
All right, so I like to wrap these up by always asking the same question. And since you haven't watched my podcast, you have no idea what I'm going to ask you.
Sorry.
But that's all right. You'll catch up eventually
I will,
when
I
you
will.
have time.
Well, so there's an audio of your podcast, though, right? Because that's what I normally do. I listen to audio. Okay,
so it's on all the major channels, Spotify and Apple Music and all that stuff. So I mean, I love the video version. That's why I've got the cameras here. But yeah,
Amazon Music, because I'm a weirdo and I do Amazon Music.
Amazon Music, it is probably on.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Well, I'll be your follower on there.
Okay, awesome. So, anyways, I always wrap these up by saying, who do you recommend should be next on the show? And obviously, AJ so graciously recommended you. So you can't recommend him. He's already been.
No, I know I won't recommend him. So actually, I'm gonna go meet a friend later on tonight after this. Over at the White Squirrel Bar.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And so I'm gonna recommend him and his band, Halfway Down.
Okay.
They're pretty awesome. They're a pop punk band.
Nice.
Out of the cities and
originals.
Oh yeah, originals all the way.
Awesome.
They just played at the Big Turn Music Festival.
Nice.
So yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna recommend Sean from Halfway Down.
All right.
And the other two guys.
and the whole band. Yeah.
The whole band.
That's
band.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Well, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Thanks for making all the trip all the way out here.
Yeah.
This will be great content for you, so you can have access to all.
Thank you. Yeah.
We'll create we create the full episode, and we'll give a reel as well, and we use the reel to promote the episode.
Oh,
but you can also have the reel, and then you can create your own.
I will blast it all over my socials. Yeah.
Nice.
It's just very cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey there, Minnesota music family. If I haven't personally reached out to you yet, consider this your 100% official invitation to join me on the Minnesota Music Note. I'm Will McLeod, co-founder of the podcast crew here in beautiful Robbinsdale, host of the show, and the guy behind the kit for the band Hits and the Misses. I started this podcast because I want to get to know the people who make our scene tick. Whether you're fronting a band, spinning hip-hop, running sound, booking shows, running shows, or teaching the next generation of talent, your story belongs here. We've had everyone from videographers to festival organizers on the mic, and we're just getting started. It doesn't matter if you're playing arenas or just making magic in your basement. If you're part of the Minnesota music community, I want to chat. Slide into my DMs or hit the email below, and let's hang out and talk shop.
Riding on a high, let me take your pain away. And you can be my drug, I'll be an overkill. overcame. I only wanna play, there's no losing in this game. I only wanna play, help me, I'm feeling strained. I'm riding on a high, let me take your pain away. You can be my drug, I'll be an overcame. There's no losing in this game. I only wanna sway. You under